What's up, guys? I'm back. I'm back here with video today. Okay, folks. So I'm back here with video today, obviously. So right now, I'm gonna be doing another album review for some metal music and stuff. And let's not waste any more time. Now let's get right into it. Okay, so the band I got here is the band I'm gonna be reviewing today is Sodom. Um, and the album I got here is the album Persecution Mania and Bueno, folks. So, folks, talk about this band song. They're obviously part of the big four of German thrash and stuff. Like, obviously there's the big four of American thrash, and there's the big four of German thrash and stuff, and they are part of the big four, along with Creator, Destruction, and Tankard or something. And bueno, folks, this just great. And this album I got here, what I'm looking at here, this is the second album and stuff. And bueno, folks. This just great. So, folks, I normally hate Wikipedia, but I'm gonna use it because I'm lazy and stuff. Like, just one, folks. But what I'm looking at here is they've had a good amount of band members and stuff. Mainly, what I'm looking at is mainly drummers and guitarists and stuff. And bueno, folks. But from what I'm looking at, we got this is what I'm looking at in terms of current members or whatever. Um, Tom Angel Ripper is the guy on the bass and vocals. We got Frank Godsick or something, and Yorick Zegaz or something. These guys are probably like German souls. They're probably German names and stuff. There's probably a good chance I messed up those guys' names, but I'm gonna move on. And the drummer is Tony Markel or something. And bueno, folks. And from what I'm looking at, in terms of band members, there's three guys. Tom Angel Ripper, the guy on the vocals and bass. We got Frank Blackfire on the guitars and stuff, and we got Chris Witchhunter for the drums on this album. Persecution Mania and stuff. So, bueno, folks. And from what I'm looking at, in terms of the tracks on here, or songs, whatever, there's a total of 9 tracks, whatever, and stuff, including a cover. The third track is a cover, and it's called Iron Fist. And from what I'm looking at, Motorhead wrote the song, or like made the song, whatever, like the original. And obviously, you guys obviously know Motorhead is classic band. They're obviously not from Germany, but if you guys know Lemmy, he was in the band obviously. But I'm gonna move on. This is just great. So, folks, now it's time for my thoughts on the album and what I thought of it. So, folks, now it's time for the music style and what I noticed. So, one main thing I noticed is that there was lots of like in terms of this album, there was lots of fast, intense playing and stuff. Like that's one main thing I noticed. Is like there was lots of like they had lots of fast, intense playing with the drums and guitars and just everything basically. But they also had plenty of groove parts too. So, what no, folks, and if they had only fast parts, in my opinion, that would have gotten boring so fast. It would not have been funny at all. Like, what no, folks, but and it's like they were the band members were tight too. Like in terms of just the way they played. Like I didn't notice like any well I'm gonna rephrase this. They had lots of intense playing, like I said, but they were tight with the way they played, which is like everybody was on point in terms of the fast parts and the way they broke it up too. Like they were tight, like in terms of just everything. That's a major thing I noticed is that like they're on point and no real well like anyways, I'm gonna move on. Basically, I'm trying to say is there were lots of intense moments, and they were tight too with the plane. But boy, no, folks. And another thing I noticed is that I'm not saying this is a death metal album or anything, because it's definitely not. But I could totally see this being influence on death metal, just the way the album is constructed or whatever. Like to me this has death metal elements or um to me I could totally see this being an influence on death metal at the time. Like this was released 1987, so I could totally see this I could have totally seen this being an influence on death metal at the time. Like what no, folks, and all of that stuff. Just real. So, folks, in terms of the guy on the vocals, we got Tom Angel Ripper. One thing I noticed about his vocals is that, like, I don't know how to describe it, but, like, to me, the best way I can describe it is, his voice sounds like it could be in, like, hell or something. Like, it could be, like, the way he sounds on the album is just reminds me of, like, darkness or, like, hell or something. Like, just the way he sounds on the album. I don't know how to describe it. But that's the best way I can describe his vocals on the album is dark, intense, and wonderful. Like, anyways, I'm gonna move on. Like, I don't know what I was trying to say, but I try my best to describe as best I can and stuff. Just real. So, folks, in terms of my favorite tracks on the album, I'd say some of my favorites would have to be Nuclear Winter, the opening song, and Christ Passion. I'd say those would have to be some of my favorite tracks on the album. But overall, I enjoyed the album from start to finish and stuff. Like, just, why no, folks? And right now is basically when I'm going to be ending today's video off. Like, I'm not going to go any further with today's video. I'm simply not. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video. And peace out, everybody.